Hi, my name's Elias Carlson, Trail Ambassador for Trail Designs, and today we'll be taking a look at the Fissure Tri system, Trail Designs' top-of-the-line, super efficient, ultralight, 3-fuel backpacking stove system. Included in the Fissure system is the 1210 stove with integrated primer pan, 5.5 ounce fuel bottle kit including O-ring sealer, cap, reducer, measuring cup and instructions, titanium graham cracker solid fuel kit, 2 titanium stakes, 2-piece titanium cone sized to fit your specific pot, and a Tyvek sleeve to hold your cones and protect the pot. Do not cut this sleeve, it's part of the system. Setting up your system to cook for alcohol or solid fuel is simple. First, assemble your fissure cone. This is started by sliding the 2 dovetail ends together on both cone halves. One dovetail is slightly smaller than the other, so it slides inside the larger one. The easy way to remember this, and also to facilitate assembly, is to look at the bottom of both dovetails and find the one that's cut at an angle. This helps identify the smaller dovetail, as well as providing you a smaller point to make it easier to feed into the larger dovetail. The larger outside dovetail is also the one that has the titanium reinforcement. Dovetail joints are to be assembled with the dovetail protruding toward the outside of the cone. It is critical to protect these dovetails and keep them from being bent, otherwise they won't slide together after a while. Packing your cone in its pot will help prevent that. If you find your dovetail joints are not sliding together as easily after a while, you can clean them to remove any accumulated dirt and grime. After connecting the dovetail joints on both cone halves, connect the cones together with their rivet slot attachments. The bottom half of the cone will have the rivets at its top end, and the top half will have mating slots on its bottom end. First, align the dovetail joints and find your nearest mating rivet and slot. Insert the rivet into the slot from the inside. While holding light tension on this joint, move your way around the cone and work the top cone over the remaining 2 rivets. Your cone is now ready to start cooking. Put water in your pot and place it in the end of the cone with the handle fitting into the slot provided. Your pot will be supported by the lip at the top of the pot and be completely blanketed by the cone, which will not only protect it from the wind, but funnel all the heat from the stove onto all sides of the pot. In addition to the superior wind protection and heat transfer features, the wide base of the cone makes the most stable backpacking cooking platform you can buy. With your fissure in this configuration, you can cook with either the supplied graham cracker solid fuel kit or the 1210 stove. To use the 3 graham cracker stove, simply insert the wings into the stand, place a tablet on the stand between the 2 wings, and you're ready to go. Most solid fuels take a while to light, so we recommend a windproof lighter to make it easier to get the tablet going. Make sure to center the pot over the stove. If it is badly offset, the stove will just heat the cone and not the pot. To use your fissure with alcohol, put at least 1/2 fluid ounce, 1 tablespoon of denatured alcohol, into the center hole of the 1210 stove for every 2 cups of water you want to boil. This amount will vary depending on water temperature, outside temperature, and altitude. Light with a lighter or matches. You won't be able to see the flame well in daylight, so to tell if it's burning, hold your hand a foot or 2 above the stove and lower it until you can feel the heat. Once you feel that the stove is started, place your cone and pot over the stove. Make sure to center the pot over the stove. If it's badly offset, the stove will just heat the cone and not the pot. The third option with the fissure is wood mode. The Inferno insert is comprised of 3 pieces: a mesh stand, fire grate, and the titanium Inferno cone. To see how to use the Tri in wood burning mode, please see the companion video entitled Wood Burning Demo. You can now pour your water into a boil and bag meal, or in this case, make yourself a nice cup of coffee. When you're done with your meal and cleaning up, packing everything back up into the pot is a snap. This will demonstrate how to pack the full system, including the Inferno and floor. First, make sure all the alcohol is burned out of the stove and it is cool. Trying to recover the alcohol is tough, so only put in what you need to start with. Next, put the grate into the bottom of the pot, followed by the titanium floor if you have that. Next, disconnect the two halves of the fissure cone and slide the dovetail joints apart. Roll the cones up so it fits into the pot with the narrow end going in first. Inside of that goes the inferno, if you have one. Next, put the graham cracker down in the middle and the stove inverted on top. As to the fuel bottle, we recommend you pack it outside your pot and inside a Ziploc bag, as fuel can leak as altitude changes or barometric changes expand and contract the air inside the bottle and push the alcohol out. Thanks for watching today. If you'd like to find out more about Trail Design's line of ultralight backpacking gear, please visit the website at www.traildesigns.com.